Check 1 2.
Yeah, you hear that little latency? That's what I was talking about. So usually what I do right now, just take one ear off.
Yeah.
And this is just so we can hear and know it's recording clear. You know what I mean?
Okay.
All right. So we're going to go in. Welcome to the Sess Videoz show. Today, I have my personal friend, my boy, a writer, an author, a Philadelphia native in the house. And we're going to talk about this great book. The name of the book is, matter of fact, go ahead and Q, the brother Q, go in and give yourself an intro. Give me an intro. What's your name?
Akil Ali, author of The Grindstone for Life, The Unauthorized Truth. Volume 1 is in Amazon, Create Space, and Kindle. It's right there for your listening pleasure. Yes, it is.
All right. How old are you, brother? I mean, give me your contact info. Give us
I am 44 years of age. I'm an author, also the CEO of Bashir Enterprises International, the CFO of Discount Dental Lab, located at 243 West Shelton Avenue. We've been in business since 1970 with my father actually founded the company. I've taken over back in 2003, but I've been working side by side with my father since 1999.
All right, so you're a boss.
Yes.
A true boss, by every meaning of the word. CEO, boss.
Yes.
All right, I like that, man. You knocked it out. I mean, you giving us the info. I mean, all right, so the first thing I want to know before we even go into all of the details.
Sure.
Tell me this: is the book true or false?
The book is very true. We are the realest book on the market. We're the hottest book on the street. People wants to know what was going on in the Grindstone back in the day. We talking 1996, in the golden age of hip hop. We talking about Cherokee. We talking about Night on Broadway.
Yeah.
We talking about Playground, Fox Valley, and all the iconic ghetto superstars like Snuggles, all the greats, Leon and Cha-Cha, Big Keith.
Yeah, did Leon pass?
No, he did not.
I heard Leon pass.
Cha-Cha passed.
Oh, Cha-Cha passed.
Cha-Cha passed.
How long ago was that?
I had to be I believe it was last year. It's in the book. I got her. It's in the final. Yeah, I think it's in this one. The final. It's in the back pages. I give a memorandum of all the people we've lost through the year, and she died April 14th, 2014.
Oh wow!
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I'm sorry to interrupt, but people out there that's listening, I am part of the original Night on Broadway family.
Sure.
So, for me, excuse me. For me, this book touches on a personal part in my life. You know what I mean? There's a couple people out here that's actually written books. Do you remember, I'm going to use her dance name. At the time, her dance name was Korea.
Yeah, it's almost Superhead.
Yeah. No.
Not
Not
Superhead?
Superhead, no.
Who?
It's a brown skin, really pretty brown skin girl. Well, she wrote a book, and I did the photography for the cover of her book.
Okay.
And I hadn't read her book either, but I have a few friends from that time that read it.
Right.
Great book. They said it's a great book.
Good.
I'm going to have her come in for an interview, too.
Sure.
Yeah. But anyway, I was a part of the Night on Broadway life for 15 years. So, you know, Fishley is actually a family member for me. He's my cousin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah. So,
good.
You know, your book touches on people and events that if I wasn't there, I heard about. You know?
Yeah,
and some of it was even before me.
Fishley's a good dude. When I was in business with Go-Go, we were competitors.
Yeah.
Every sense of the word. And the first thing he asked me when I put the book out was I put in another glove, because he's ready to put his gloves on and battle us in business like we did back in the day. But no, I'm back with a book. It's not about what we did 20 years ago. It's about who we become today.
I hear that.
And that's basically what I'm trying to do with this book, is to pretty much describe or write a homage to the game, and then showcase my crew as a whole. We had a very eclectic crew.
Yeah.
From DK. If you don't know, he's a phenom in the bodyguarding. He's about 5'2", little guy, but he has a fetish for pain, and he's the kind of guy that can be in the back when the stars in the spotlight. And this same gentleman was the personal bodyguard for Diana Ross.
Okay.
He hit a bad patch in his life because being the bodyguard for those like Rick James, he acquired a couple habits, got him out the game, and I was the first person that gave him a restart. And even the dancers didn't know. They had the bodyguard of the ultimate diva right there in the dressing room and didn't even know it. But when the shit hit the fan,
he was on point.
Oh, he was on point. He knew how to cloak his existence, surprise the assailant, or the deranged fan, or in our case the horny guy with
the horny drunk guy.
Yeah, you know, that patron that just doesn't understand the house rules.
Yeah, I know. I used to do that work.
And we only had a few rules.
Yeah,
you know. But, you know, certain thing, you know, don't put your finger in somebody's ass, you know, unless you paying, right?
Yeah.
You know.
So, all right, so this goes into another great thing that I'm thinking as I'm listening and we're talking here.
Right.
Will this book piss anybody off? Is there anybody in the hood that's going to read this book, even though you changed their names, and go, what the fuck?
Well, at first, particularly the dancers had a real problem with it because they know I know all their dirt. But like I said in the dedication, I realized they've paid me for my silence. But when I developed their stories, it quickly occurred to me that their struggle, they've endured a lot. And I think it's a survival story for them.
Yeah, it is.
And they've read it, and they agree that anybody can be in that situation where they have to get a gangster with it.
I agree. I totally agree. I think that strippers, historically, women of the night, hookers, prostitutes, strippers, have always been painted in the worst negative light. And having lived that light, I've known many great women, to which some I'm still friends with till today.
So
I've gone to some of their funerals, the birth of some of their children, their marriages. Some of them leave the life, and they're regular people. If you never heard their past, you wouldn't know the things we knew about them. There's one in particular, I don't want to say her name, you know, it's her personal thing, you know, but she became a pastor, I understand her. She runs a church.
Pastors, doctors, lawyers.
Yeah.
Some people utilize that money that they made and to reinvent themselves.
Yeah.
To go back to school, to buy property. All of them wasn't just for their habits.
Yeah.
Or some people had to dance just to feed themselves and their babies at home. It's many movies that glorify the dope game. And I used to tell the young ladies back in the day, I said, listen, don't let anybody judge you, because there's no different clocking on the corner and then making these New Jack cities. How he took over the whole projects and killed everybody, and when what I call in the book the ladies of the night posted up every 7 days a week. You know,
and you have to be a special person to deal with not even just the sex world, because that's a whole thing in itself, but just people. And these women came out every day. Listen, I had been doing this for 15 years. When I left the club and was finished, I realized I did 15 years of my life in the strip clubs every single night, even on my nights off. You live it so much that you're there even on your nights off. And some of those girls were there before me. Yeah,
listen, I pretty much retired back in '99.
Yeah.
It took me to 2004 to officially get out of the business. I found myself at Google clubs. My ex-wife at the time, where the hell are you? I just couldn't shake it. It took me about 5 years to wean off the life.
And then the funny thing, I'm gonna say this before I ask the next question. For me, at least, once I shaked it, I became sick of it. When my friends get together, even now, and say, "Hey, we going to Onyx." I'm always like, oh, man. And when I go there, I feel like I'm working.
Yeah. You got that too, huh?
My eyes is trained to look for somebody trying to rob the girls. I'm looking for the girls trying to get over on the guys. Not enjoying it the way I should be. Yeah,
Sure.
but yeah, man, I found myself. It's just like I'm working, man, and it
Right.
annoyed the hell out of me.
I get that in the regular clubs too.
Yeah,
I can't enjoy myself in a regular club, particularly go-go. It bothers me when they don't do it right.
I feel you.
So
And
I'm
the go-go is not being done right.
no.
The personal touches are gone.
Right.
The outfits the girls used to wear is gone.
Sure.
The classiness, the style
No
that
game.
went along, it was sleazy classy.
Right.
It's gone.
No.
It's just
No
sleazy
game.
now.
Are you dancing? No. Are you dancing?
Yeah, whatever happened to... I remember, listen, there was this girl, Spanish girl. When I
Right.
first started coming to the clubs and Fish used to first... I was a young boy. And Fish used to let me come down, man. I was about 18, 19, somewhere in there.
Okay.
And there was this Spanish girl.
Hmm.
And this girl knew how to talk me out of my $20.
Well, that's how I got at the game. A good friend of mine took me to Fox Valley for a boys' night out. I had to play money in the front pocket, the rent money in the back pocket. Needless to say, all the money got spent,
Yeah.
and I'm sitting on the couch.
Mad, but
My
happy.
first wife is in the bed. She wakes up wondering where the rent money. Did you bring it with you? I said, baby, I done spent that. But it went off in my head like a light bulb. And I said, yeah, this
That's where I
hustle,
need to get that. Yeah.
this hustle was sweet.
Yes.
$5 for a grind,
Yeah.
and they got to break off. I was shocked.
You know what though? I'm gonna say this. I think when the girls pushed and changed the lap dances from $5
True.
to $10, it killed the game in Philadelphia.
It's not that. It's
You don't
not
think
that.
so?
No. What happened was, why should I pay you $10 for a lap dance when I can get the ass for $50?
Right.
That's what killed the game.
I
You go to the white clubs, they ain't, listen, first of all, they have made their patrons have made the news. Remember
Yeah.
that lawyer who killed his wife
Yeah.
because she was standing in the way of him getting that money for that
Yeah.
damster.
Yeah.
Trust me, you go into the white club, you got to be a regular before you can get on the subject of
That's
some
right.
personal shit.
That's right.
So, hey, you know.
That's right.
Now, they killed their own self by dating too cheap.
I
That's
agree.
what it is.
I could go with that.
Back in the day, you had to be a dancer.
Yeah.
Come on. To be an erotic dancer. Now,
You can just walk. They can walk
everybody
out there.
can just walk up.
And worse, they can get those plastic parts now. So they just walk and just let the parts
They
bounce
walk up, and then all of a sudden, an erotic dancer. Nah, not back in the day. You had to know. You had to be vouched in. You had to be coming from, especially for a booking.
It's true.
Blue Velvet, Sables,
It's true.
maybe Studio if you got enough buzz.
And even for the new girls, if they came straight to the let's just call it like
Right.
a night on Broadway was considered a hole in the wall. The local clubs.
Sure.
If the girls came to the local clubs,
Right.
they had to come on the slow nights first for about a month at least,
Right.
so they could get the practice
Right.
before they came on the hot Fridays and Saturdays.
Sure.
But now it's all different.
Hey, they right on the floor, and they messing the game up with all this cheap shit, and that's what I always told the young ladies. I said, listen, know your worth, even as an erotic dancer.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. Well, Q, this brings me to the next question. What inspired the book? What inspired you? What's your motivation? What inspired you to write this book?
I wrote this book 4 times and never came out right. It just seemed like some old hodgepodge story stuff. I suffered a stroke back in 2013, and I was abandoned, left for dead on my stroke bed. Instead of whining and crying about, oh, she left me, I conjured up my faith, calmed down, and I just got busy putting this story together correctly, and it came off beautifully. To describe my homage to the game, what I want to accomplish with this book, I want to take you on an Odyssey ride.
This book is also a testament to your iron will, brother.
Oh, thank you, brother.
Really, that's what it is. That's
Yeah.
that's a testament, an infinitely long-lasting, which is also infinite, but it's a permanent testament to your iron will. Because what you just told me would have folded a lot of people.
Yeah, like I say on the page, what I've been through might kill you.
Yeah.
But I know what it is. God has blessed me to have a second chance to be more on my health, my stress level, and that's why I just went in my bag. It was therapy for me to get away being the CEO of Discount Dental, step down and become the CFO. All I do is pay the bills, make sure the business is making money. And that allowed me to go into the lab, if you will, at home to sit down and map out 3 books. This is just the first volume.
All right. Well, we'll definitely have you back in as you drop more. And the part 2 and the part 3. How many parts is it in total?
It's 3.
Yeah, well.
The next one is Grindstone for Life Part 2, like it's the Hall. And then part 3 is Trick Daddy's Revenge. That is the main character that's going to really spook the shit out of most cats because there's always been a rumor of a go-go killer.
Yeah.
I've done the research. He's been killing erotic dancers for over 25 to 30 years. They never have caught him. I've just given him a name to narrow down these cold cases of good homegirls that we all know that were found outside of Piccadilly. You know the young lady. Yeah. All right? Yeah. I got another lady was thrown out in the trash at Winfield. Yeah. There's several ladies that were tossed out in the side roads of Jersey going up into Patterson, New Jersey. It's a whole secret underworld that has a lot of religious situations intertwined in it. Some of a lot of stuff we do have shaken people to their core to know where these strange forces are coming from. A lot of people don't know that Cherokee was a religious property. That's where they used to do the banquet hall stuff for weddings, christenings.
Matter of fact, so wasn't where Fox Valley was too?
I believe so.
And it became back a mosque.
Right.
After its use.
Yeah. Well, it's the same block as the mosque. It's not really the actual mosque.
Okay.
You know, by working at Einstein, record holder of being a supervisor in 1 year, the closest person ever to me to ever even come close, it took him 11 years. Mm-hmm. Because one thing's for certain, I know how to run outfits. You know, and this is what this movie is about. We got people all over the country pushing this book because the story is universal. The entrepreneur spirit, making something out of nothing, and that's what we did. And I thought it was a great story to highlight the hustler spirit. It's not about just go. It's about the inner workings of government to the sexual energy. We got Eve in it. She used to be a dancer of ours, and her struggle trying to be an artist.
Yeah, and that's another personal friend of mine. We went to school together.
Yeah,
I know you on a personal.
And as you know, some people give a show. Some people are the show.
Yeah,
Eve was the show.
Yeah,
and she couldn't care less about any of it. Who's tipping? What's going on?
Yeah, but
all she needed was that microphone and just rip cats up.
I don't know how personally you know her, but Eve is a real sensitive person.
I know.
Eve was a real.
So that goes back to my first. We've been reaching out to her. I understand she's getting married soon.
No, she is married.
Oh, she did get married.
She married a fucking millionaire.
Right. Well, the deal is done. We can talk about some shit.
When I heard that, I was like, "Oh shit, go ahead."
Yeah.
I forgot some European guy, I believe. Some multi-millionaire guy. Like,
yeah, he's a serious dude.
Eve did the damn thing.
Oh, he's a serious dude.
Eve did the damn thing.
Yeah.
But I'm happy for her because, people change.
Right.
I had saw Eve. I was living in Pittsburgh. And she was just starting to get off, and I ran into her out there. Mm-hmm. And she didn't act different on me.
Sure.
I saw her in Philadelphia just before that. Right. But maybe a year before that, when she was just starting off, and she did a record release at Broad Island.
Sure.
When I went in there, she called me behind with everybody, and she never changed for me.
Good.
Me and her talked about it on the phone when she was in Cali, when she was under Dre's contract.
Right.
Me and her used to talk a lot just to keep her company. She didn't know anybody. She didn't know anywhere. Sure. So she used to talk to a few people at home, and I was one of them. as I'm moving, I'm noticing that people are criticizing her fronting or changing or something. Like she's getting rich. Jamaicans will call it rich and switch. You get
Rich and
change.
switch.
Yeah. But
Funny.
she said that's not what happened. She said she knows me as Kurt. She's not going to know me as Sess. But she said,
Right.
Kurt, this is what's really happening. You know how you grow up in a neighborhood or you lived in a neighborhood for a few years and there's that person that you see them on the way to the store or in the store, the local store. You don't really know them. And every now and then you might see each other and you go, oh, hey, hi, you know, and you just keep it moving. Those are the people that she's finding out that's saying she switched on them because she's not hailing them up and all of that like that now. But she's like, I didn't know you before. I didn't know you like that before.
Right.
And as I started doing, don't get me wrong, I'm a hood popular. I'm not nowhere near like Eve.
Right.
But because of the video work and stuff I do, I get some of that. There's some people I don't really know. And I have females say, oh, because you're popular now, you can't talk. And I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I didn't even mean any harm. I don't know you.
Listen, that's been going on ever since we got back to Philly.
Yeah.
We returned back to Philly in 1984. My family had the Paramount Dinner on 52nd and Master. Our national spokesperson was Georgie Woods, the man with the goods. The same cats that you buy your potato chips from back in the day. The icon that used to be on radio. He was our national spokesperson, and we made a lot of money on that block. So we've hired half the neighborhood on that block, whether it be building something, cleaning something, whatever. And I've always had to endure rumors in the windows of how we do people, but at the end of the day, we've always supplied our people with work. But I've been through it all with haters, and to this day.
Yeah, you get that. Whenever you're doing anything and you're good at it, and especially when you start getting, let's just say, popular with it, you get it start moving, you're always going to have those people. It's like they're not content in seeing you move forward. But no, you know what? It's not really just that. Some people just don't understand, let's call it the levers of power. What it takes to actually stand at that table and pull the levers of power.
Right.
You have to become someone else.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
Because there's other people trying to climb up on your shoulders to stand on the shoulders of who they think is a giant. And their weight can be too heavy. Sometimes I meet some other guys, like in the dance hall, there's some new guys coming in with their pictures and videos. And I really like them. They're great guys. They take great pictures.
Right.
But I can't school them. I can't help them because I automatically realize I'm creating my possible own demise.
Well, it's your competition. Yeah, sure.
Now, don't get me wrong. I throw them a bone here and there, just like
Right.
people used to throw me a bone. If I see something, I just straight up, hey, come here, and I put them on point.
I threw
But-
Cherokee plenty of bones.
Yeah.
I did not want young boys in my club. I charged 50, they charged 10. Young boys come to the door, hey, this ain't what you want. You want that over across the street,
Yeah.
you know. So I always tend to elevate my situation, where even if you come back this way, you're gonna pay to play, baby.
I hear that. Well, Q, I gotta have you back, man. You're a great conversationalist. I'm having a great time with you, but
Yes, sir.
I got a small time restraint, advertisements and all that.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah.
Pay the
But-
bills, baby.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But I have one final question. Where can we get the book?
Amazon, create space. You can download it on Kindle. You can hit my inbox on Grindstone for Life, the page. I'll bring it to you. Audio book coming out in the spring 2017. If you can't read, I'll read it to you. It's everywhere.
All right. So give me the title again.
Grindstone for Life book series. This is the volume 1. The Unauthorized Truth. Oh, and don't forget, Iverson came through our club on his rookie year, days after his signing bonus, and I got a great story about Mr. Allen Iverson right there in the book.
All right. So we got legends in the books too. So
yeah.
check it out. And you can also leave a comment on my page if you need to get in contact with the book. If you missed the info, we're going to have a link under the page.
Sure.
So Q will be able to get directly at you. Again, Q, thanks for joining me on my show,
Thank
man.
you,
It was an
man.
absolute pleasure to have you. We're gonna do this again, absolutely. Yeah, smile for that video. There's gonna be video with this. It's not just audio.
Yeah.
But
Got that work.
right,
Work on the street.
right.
Trust
You know what
that.
I mean?
Trust
And, Q, thanks for joining us, man. Tell them the title one more time
Grindstone for life, baby.
and where you can get it at.
Amazon. Create space. Download it on Kindle. Get that Kindle app. You can read this right on your phone, actually. Tablet. You name it. Laptop, computer. Come on, holla at your boy. It's a great read.
All right, all right. For those out there listening, thank you for joining us for this time. This is the Sess Video Show. Like and subscribe. Let me break it down. Black folks, we all watch YouTube. People send you a link. You check out the link. You laugh. You cry. Whatever the emotion that's evoked. And then you shut down your phone or you go to something else. Let me tell you how it works. That link that you got that came from YouTube, you can obviously see it's from YouTube. Look for that little subscribe button and push it. When you push that button, you're helping the entrepreneurs out there like myself get paid. You feel me? Because they're now in your feed. Open up a YouTube page, like and subscribe. They're now in your feed, so you see the other great content that they created. If you like one thing from them, I guarantee you'll find something else on their page that you like. But like and subscribe. Thanks for joining us again. This is Sess Videos, and I'm out.